From the Samson Production Studios in the heart of Hazleton, Pennsylvania, it's your News 13.
Brought to you by SSP TV and the Standard Speaker.
May is a great time to remind all motorists about motorcyclists on our roads. It's Motorcycle Safety Month in the Keystone State. A reminder to share the road. Good evening and thanks so much for joining us, everyone. I'm Kristen Bazinski. Although the month of May is quickly coming to an end, the spring month is National Motorcycle Safety Awareness Month, a time to pause and think about just how many motorcycles are on the road with cars each day. Now that the warm weather has arrived, many people will be hitting the road in their motorcycles. In 2010, there were more than 8 million registered motorcycles on America's streets. The theme of this year's National Motorcycle Safety Awareness Month is Share the Road. You need to remember that motorcyclists have all the same rights and privileges as any motor vehicle driver on the roadway, so it's smart to just share.
Well, with the nice weather, there's going to be many more motorcycles on the road, and they are a smaller vehicle, so we ask motorists to pay attention and keep their eyes open for motorcycles because it sometimes seems like they come out of nowhere.
As part of PennDOT's continuing and aggressive effort to reduce motorcycle crashes and fatalities, PennDOT created the Live Free, Ride Alive website. The interactive website, designed specifically for riders, challenges motorcyclists to take personal responsibility for their own safety. The site offers visitors a chance to share personal riding stories with one another and take the Be One Less pledge to avoid becoming a crash statistic. The site also features a collection of stories about Pennsylvania riders and their families and friends that celebrate the freedom of riding and take a sobering look at what happens when a rider is hurt in a crash. To learn more about riding safely, to see videos, and to share your riding experiences, visit livefreeridealive.com. Additional safety tips for motorists are available by selecting the motorcycle safety link under the Traffic Safety Information Center at justdrivepa.org. The Memorial Day weekend was a busy one as families and friends got together to celebrate. But with the celebration came some danger, of course, as highways and roadways were flooded with cars, causing accidents all over Pennsylvania roads. A total of 817 crashes during the 4-day Memorial Day holiday were investigated by state police alone. Out of that high number, 13 people were killed, with most not wearing their seatbelt. Over 300 were injured in accidents, and the number of people cited for not wearing a seatbelt is even higher. Over 1,000 people were slapped with tickets for not buckling up, despite the click it or ticket law. Many speeders were also slapped with fines. For more information, you can visit psp.state.pa.us. Well, the Borough of McAdoo's Police Department welcomed a new crime-fighting vehicle last week, a 2012 Ford Explorer SUV. But not even 48 hours into having that vehicle in service, it was out of service. And it's all thanks to the fast-moving storms that dumped inches of water on the borough Saturday. This picture seems to be getting a lot of attention on social networking sites. It shows a McAdoo police officer pushing the new SUV out of water where it stalled out Saturday at the intersection of Cleveland and Sherman Streets. It's important to note that the officer was actually on his way to assist a driver who was also stranded in her vehicle after her car stalled out in the rising waters. News 13 talked to Police Chief Jeff Wainwright today about the damaged SUV, which is out of service and may need a new engine. The chief says the SUV is at a Ford dealership being inspected to see what exactly needs to be fixed or replaced. The chief also said the borough has been in contact with Ford regarding the warranty on the vehicle and also the borough's insurance company. As for the officer who was driving the vehicle when it broke down, Chief Wainwright would not comment if disciplinary action would be taken. The chief told News 13 that the intersection was inspected before the officer drove the SUV through it, but the problem may be the result of how the new SUV is built lower to the ground and had already been out in the wicked weather responding to many calls before it broke down. The Standard Speaker newspaper is reporting a freak accident in Foster Township over the holiday weekend. It claimed the life of a Texas man. 74-year-old Paul Leeper of San Antonio, Texas, was discovered pinned under a pickup truck outside the home of Joan Snyder on Owl Hole Road in Sandy Valley. According to the Standard Speaker, Leeper was reportedly attempting to disengage the truck from a travel trailer Sunday morning, but it broke away, pinning him under the wheel. An early morning fight between two people in the city of Hazleton sent one person to the hospital and the other to jail. Police tell us Keeman Jackson was arrested around 6 Wednesday morning after being involved in the dispute with an unnamed female in the area of Laurel and 10th Streets. The female victim sustained several injuries to her face and went to the hospital. Jackson again is behind bars tonight, facing assault charges. On Tuesday, News 13 told you about a teen that had been missing since last Thursday. Tonight, we have learned that 15-year-old Tyler Mojica has returned to his home. Police tell us Mojica, who did not return home on Thursday night after telling his mother he was going to play basketball, did in fact return home safely last night. All right, make sure you stay with us on News 13. We have a look at the forecast over the next 24 hours. More rain headed our way. Is it? Well, your answer is coming up. Also ahead tonight, will the Butler Township supervisors help the financially distressed Valley Regional Fire Company? What came out of a meeting in the Valley is coming up a little later. All right, here are your winning midday lottery numbers on this Wednesday. Your daily number 590, big 41967. Quinto 03806 and Treasure Hunt 2 14 17 29 and 30. Again, good luck.
Good evening, everyone, and here's tonight's social news. First tonight, happy birthday goes out to Steve Lazar of Beaver Meadows. This wish comes from your family and friends. Tonight's Talk of the Town report. The Kevin Van Blargen Night at the Races will be held Saturday, June 9th at the Elks Club in Hazleton. Doors open at 6:30 and races start at 7. $5 at the door includes food and a great time. Cost of each horse is only $10. So for more information or to get those horses, give them a call, 570-459-1676. And finally, St. Jude's and Mountaintop will be holding an international Fest in the Grove on June 1st and 2nd. The event will have live entertainment, ethnic food from several countries, traditional picnic favorites, and much more. Be sure to stop by for a chance to win a dream vacation as a part of the raffle. That's tonight's Talk of the Town. News 13 would like to send sincere condolences to the family and friends of these recently departed. Arthur F. Maxwell of Hazleton. Funeral will be held Saturday at 9 a.m. from the Frank J. Bonin Funeral Home. Friends may call Friday from 7 to 9 p.m. Pauline Slompak. The Harmon Funeral Home is assisting the family with the arrangements. Richard A. Casardo of Aston. Memorial service will be held Friday at 2 p.m. at the Nolan Fidal Funeral Home. Friends may call Friday from 1 to 2 p.m. Paul R. Leeper of Sandy Valley. The McHugh Wilczek Funeral Home will announce complete arrangements. Jeannie I. Joyce of Lost Creek. The Lukowitz-Orovitz-Fell Funeral Home is in charge of arrangements. Catherine Kreitzberger of Cunningham. Private services will be held at the convenience of the family. The Harmon Funeral Home is assisting the family with the arrangements. Regina Fadden Fulton, formerly of Hazleton. Friends may call Friday from 10 to 11 a.m. at the Hillary J. Bonin Funeral Home. And Daniel C. Perel Jr. of Hazleton. Family and friends are invited to attend a massive Christian burial Thursday at 10 a.m. in the Most Precious Blood Church. There will be no public viewing. The Joseph A. Moran Funeral Home is in charge of arrangements. Tonight's obituaries have been brought to you by the Smilax Floral Shop located on 15th Street in Hazleton. For delivery to all local funeral homes, call 570-454-0111. And by Mia's. Don't settle for second best when dining out. Discover Mia's all-new low-price menu for 2012. And remember, there is always plenty of free gated parking behind the Markle Building.
Welcome back to Powered by PPL. I'm Janine Mazurkevich, joined once again with Martha Hearn. And today we're talking about what's ours and what's yours. What does that mean?
What's yours in the electrical service and what's PPL's.
Okay.
We're talking about who is responsible for what in relation to your home electrical service.
Now this is confusing to some of the customers, and it's very important. Why is that?
It's important because if you know who is responsible for all facets of the service, you will know who to call if there is a problem.
Okay, and that's also important because when there are problems, that's when people are thinking, what number do I call? Where do I go for help?
Let's look at this graphic.
Okay.
The homeowner is responsible for everything in blue. And if there is a problem with any of these, you will need to call a licensed electrician. These include your home wiring, the service entrance cable, which if you have overhead lines, is the wire from where the line first connects to your house down to the meter and the meter base. The service bracket, which holds PPL's service drop.
Now what is a service drop?
Service drop is a line from the pole to the top of your house, which is PPL's responsibility.
Okay.
Our responsibility is also the meter itself, transformers and underground cable, the connectors that join PPL wires from the pole to the wires of your service entrance cable. If there is a problem with any of these, please call 1-800-342-5775.
All good points made by Martha today, and next week on Powered by PPL, we will be discussing bill paying options for customers.
And welcome back, everyone. I'm so excited to have a very familiar face to the greater Hazleton area joining me live tonight, and that is Father Joey Vanko. Many of us know him from St. John Bosco Parish. Now he is at St. Jude in Mountaintop, and he's here to talk about a great festival that they have going on this weekend called Fest in the Grove. Father Joe, thanks so much for coming on.
Well, thank you for having me. It's good to be here.
Absolutely. We're so glad to have you back in Greater Hazleton. Fest in the Grove. Tell me about this. It's Friday and Saturday.
Well, many people know that we have a permanent grove structure at St. Jude, so we always have a big picnic in August. But we wanted to use the grove more than just once, so we started this year, the St. Jude International Fest in the Grove, since we have all that there. And the purpose is basically to get people together to really highlight the countries of many of our ethnic backgrounds, have some specialty food and specialty beer and wine, and a lot of family games for the kids as well. Just to have another opportunity to bring people together, raise some funds, and just enjoy all the food that we have in our history.
Great, and you're going to have lots of live entertainment that is coming from different cultures as well.
We do. We have the Irish Lads on this Friday night, which we're hoping, obviously there's a Hazleton connection there, so following there. To celebrate the reality of Ireland and Irish tradition and many Irish beers and some Irish food for that. And on Saturday night we have the Swing Masters, the big polka band, to celebrate the Polish section of our festival in the parish. So we invite everybody to come out and enjoy the food and enjoy the bands and have a good time.
All right, very good. And we can't forget to talk about the grand prize raffle, which is a dream vacation valued at $5,000. Tell me about this, Father Joe.
Well, yes, it's a great prize where there are many trips that are devised to Italy or cruises, different parts. You could also devise your whole own dream vacation. It's pretty much up to whoever the winner will be. They'll be given some options. But it's pretty much to entice people to travel Europe and some of the countries, whether it's Italy, Germany, or Ireland, or Poland, or they can take a cruise in various places as well. And thanks to all of our vendors and businesses on the mountain, but particularly the Orlowski family, for sponsoring that. It makes a big difference, and as well as all the booths and the food have been really sponsored by all the different businesses on the mountain.
Right, and the tickets for that trip will be available Friday and Saturday to
Tickets
purchase?
are available now as we
Okay.
speak, and then they'll be available as well the next 2 days, on Friday and Saturday.
Okay, and Friday night everything gets started at 4 o'clock?
Right, both
Okay.
Friday and Saturdays, 4 to 11.
4 to 11. All right, and don't forget, we have Irish dancers and bagpipers, 6 o'clock Friday, Irish Lads, 7, and Saturday, the Swing Masters Polka Band at 6, and then throughout the whole time, there's going to be great food and desserts and all kinds of fun things
A lot of
going
homemade
on.
desserts from a lot of the people in the parish got together and are creating all kinds of things they haven't made for a while, and so
Good.
a lot of hands helping out to make this a really big success.
Great, and for those that are watching at home, maybe newcomers to the area, not familiar with St. Jude, you guys are really conveniently located just north on 309.
Just north on 309, right smack in the middle of Hazleton and Wilkes-Barre, pretty much literally, and right on 309 there. You can't miss us.
All right, very good. Well, Father Joey Banco, thanks so much for visiting us. Good luck at this. I'm sure it's going to be a lot of fun. Love doing some polka and eating some great food and all that good stuff.
It'll be fun.
All right, thanks so much, and we hope to see you soon.
All right, thanks.
All righty. Well, moving on tonight, the extreme humidity is going to be leaving the area, making room for some cooler temps. Yesterday's rain may not have been so pleasant, but the aftermath was a whole other story. Check out this rainbow caught on camera by News 13's Andy Minnick last night. The beautiful rainbow was hanging out in Hazel Township right over the McDonald's. Now to tonight's creative condition, sent to us by Lexi Rentz, a 6th grader from Holy Family Academy. Sunny with a chance of rain is Lexi's forecast, so let's check and see if she's right. Here's your weather over the next 24 hours. Partly cloudy skies, slight chance of showers tonight, low down to 53. Tomorrow, we're only up to 69 for your Thursday, but the sun will be shining bright. Your forecast tonight brought to you by Just Windows and much, much more. 636-1133 or visit them on the web at justwindowsandmore.com. Well, it's one of the most important days of the year for the Helping Hands Society. Preschool graduation, of course. News 13 stopping by the ceremony Wednesday morning where 15 kiddos received their diplomas. They were all decked out in their cap and gowns as parents, grandparents, aunts, uncles, and friends filled the room and took lots of pictures. Helping Hands Society Executive Director Mary Beth Cook is also celebrating something special this year.
Well, this is my first year as executive director, so this was extra special because my granddaughter, Amelia Cook, is a graduate this year, and my son, Jimmy, so that's her daddy, and she was in our typical preschool, but like I said, and I say all the time that our children that came in with special needs, especially from intermingling with the typical children and working on delays, most of our children are leaving as typical children, so I'm just thankful to the parents, guardians, grandparents, and most of all, our children and the staff.
Now these little ones have completed the first big milestone in their lives and will soon say hello to kindergarten. From all of us here at News 13, we say a big congratulations to the class of 2012 at Helping Hands. Stay with us tonight on News 13. More local news, sports, weather, and information coming your way next. Well, they say cats have 9 lives. This pup is a pretty lucky pup, I'd say. Thanks to an alert passerby and some brave rescue workers, the canine was rescued from a dangerous situation and now has a new lease, or should we say leash, on life. The doggone great story is where we begin tonight.
From the Samson Production Studios in the heart of Hazelton, Pennsylvania, it's your News 13.
Hey everyone, thanks so much for joining us tonight. I'm Kristen Bazinski. Well, it is safe to say a stranded pup is lucky to be alive tonight, and she has a few people to thank, or should we say bark at. We'll start in Schuylkill County, where the pretty pup had to be rescued after being stuck on the side of a mountain about 40 feet off the ground. Thanks to a passerby along Route 309, this Brittany Spaniel was spotted and Klein Township police were alerted. As you can see, the dog was standing on the side of a mountain near the bottom of the Mile Hill when Chief John Petrilla arrived. He called for the assistance of the McAdoo Fire Company's ladder truck to help get the puppy down. There was no other way out, so the firefighters did a doggone good job getting her off the cliff safely. According to the chief, the dog was not wearing a collar or tags, so the dog warden was called in to take that pup. Now the canine will temporarily call the Hillside SPCA home until she can find the owners, or she can find her own owners, or maybe even a new home. The puppy's very friendly, and I'm sure someone is missing their little friend tonight. So if you know who owns this Brittany Spaniel, call the Hillside SPCA at 622-7769. Well, the process of bringing the Valley Regional Fire and Rescue Company out of debt is moving forward. Butler Township supervisors voted Tuesday night to go ahead with borrowing $550,000 to take care of unpaid bills and outstanding debt, which totals about $525,000 for the fire company. In order for the company to get the money they needed to basically save the department, supervisors asked all current elected officials and board members to resign, which was agreed to. A 3-member 4-member board made up of Supervisor Chair Brian Kissenweather, taxpayer Dr. Victor Greco, and current fire company Vice President Jim Walk will now put together an interim board for the company, which will serve through December. That board will consist of 5 to 7 members.
The committee is to appoint the interim board, and the supervisors had a meeting, and we tried to discuss of who would be on this to make it fair, so the fire company, the public, and the supervisors are all represented. So we came up with one person from the fire company, we came up with one person from the community, and then one person from the supervisors, the board. The board, they recommended the chairperson do it, so I volunteered to do it.
I have a 42-year history with the fire department. I've been with the fire department as a firefighter and have come up through the ranks since I was 18 years old, and I don't want to see it fail.
What do you feel about the motion here tonight for the $550,000 loan to help the fire department come back stronger than ever?
I agree with it 100%. It will restructure our debt from anywhere from, I think it's 5.2 or 5.5% interest on the low side to 7.2, I believe it is, on the high side, and take that down to 3.9%, which everybody needs to get as cheap an interest rate as they can.
The $550,000 going to the company will not impact taxpayers in any way, but does allow the supervisors more control of fire company spending to ensure a situation like this never happens again. Kissenweather, Walk, and Greco will meet Friday morning for the first time to get their interim board in place as soon as possible, and there are already about 15 people on a list who would like to be part of that board. Well, a judge has spoken, and we know that McAdoo Borough Council will be staying the same with 7 members, at least for now. Even though some, including the mayor of McAdoo, were hoping for the judge to rule in favor of cutting 2 members. Schuylkill County Judge Jacqueline Russell heard testimony from both sides in this matter, including the mayor, and made the final decision last week, rejecting the idea. News 13 caught up with Mayor Dane Wacho to find out what he thought of that final decision.
The court decided that being that the tickets are being filled all the time, they feel more compelled that people are interested in serving, and that's fine. I definitely do respect the court's decision, and we're going to move on from there. Nothing I'm going to dwell on. I just thought it was a good idea, as well as everybody on council at the time, and the court just felt like it's not the appropriate time to do that. So like I said, I definitely respect the court's decision, and we're going to move on from there.
But will the 248 people who signed that petition to downsize council be able to move on? Time will only tell, and we don't know what their next move may be. But Judge Russell ruled that Mayor Watrow and the other petitioners had not proven the need to reduce the size of the council, and a majority of its current members opposed the cut. Tuesday on News 13, we told you that one part of Klein Township would be sprayed for mosquitoes, and tonight we can tell you that despite the rain and the storm that moved through, a DEP official was in town and did take steps to prevent the West Nile virus and kill those pesky bugs. According to the Department of Environmental Protection Agency, an unusual amount of mosquitoes popped up on the north side of Calares, which led the state to spray for mosquitoes, which are carriers of the West Nile virus, which can cause some serious medical conditions and even kill humans. No cases of West Nile have been found in Klein or in our area, but West Nile has been found in 8 counties across the Keystone State. The product that was sprayed is designed to provide quick and effective control of adult mosquito populations. The spray is environmentally friendly and not harmful to humans or animals. For more information on the West Nile virus and the state surveillance and control program, you can visit westnile.state.pa.us. Will his health allow him to go through with a trial? That's the big question surrounding former State Senator Raphael Musto's corruption trial. Musto's trial is set to begin on Monday, but his attorneys argued a motion filed in U.S. District Court Tuesday to postpone it again. The 83-year-old who has liver disease is accused of accepting $35,000 in free building renovations and $3,000 in cash for supporting state funding for 2 projects. If this trial is delayed, it would be the 3rd health-related postponement since Musto's indictment back in November of 2010. And still ahead tonight on News 13, are you a young-minded professional that cares about the greater Hazleton area? If so, News 13 has a group you may want to hear about, and we'll tell you about it coming up. Also ahead tonight, Governor Tom Corbett signed a new bill into law today. It has to deal with keeping kids safe during sports. More on that is headed your way. News 13 is excited to tell you about a group called POWER, professionals organized and working to enrich the region. This group of young and young-minded professionals work together to improve the greater Hazleton area, and they want you to come check them out. Our Jasmine Brooks is standing by with two of the administrators. Jasmine?
Thanks, Kristen. Well, I'm in downtown Hazleton with two administrators of a reestablished group called POWER. I'm with Janine Mazurkevich and Erin O'Donnell. Erin, tell me a little bit about this group and what it stands for.
Well, POWER actually stands for Professionals Organized Working to Enrich the Region. It was actually established about 10 years ago. It existed in the Hazleton area as well as Wilkes-Barre and Scranton. It was started with the Great Valley Technology Alliance. Its main purpose was to keep young professionals in the area. About 2 years ago or so, Hazleton their leadership group kind of stepped down. They had been doing it for so long. Nobody was really willing to step up and take the place and do the work. So it's been about 2 years that we've been talking about getting this up and going again. Finally we do. And I'm really excited because we have an excellent group that we started with. We have some really good committees that we're working with, so it's going to be exciting.
And Janine, you actually have a mixer coming up that's going to be taking place at Sand Springs. Tell me a little bit about that.
Okay, well, we do have a mixer that we're inviting the community out. First of all, this is about change. We're looking to transform Hazleton. You know, there's nothing to do around here. That is the quote that we hear all the time. But there is stuff to do. There are great people in the community, including Erin O'Donnell and members of POWER who are already established, like Lori O'Gurkis and Tara Tool's office, and a lot of other folks looking to promote downtown Hazleton, promote the businesses, getting them involved and supporting them, and also supporting community events. So we're having a mixer. It's going to be next Thursday, June 7th. It's going to be at Sand Springs from 5:30 to 7:30. There are no obligations to join the group, but if you're looking to be a part of the change and transformation in the greater Hazleton area, we're inviting you to just come out, enjoy a cocktail or two, and talk about and learn about, I should say, the community service events that we will be taking place, and we'll be working on the playgrounds in the city of Hazleton. We'll be working on supporting downtown businesses and really focusing on the transformation of greater Hazleton area.
And speaking of transformation, there's some transformation going on right behind us, so can you talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, and you know, that's why we really wanted to focus on downtown Hazleton and you know, say that sometimes we are our own worst enemy. You know, instead of saying that there is nothing to do and there are no good people here, well, hey, there are great people in the area, great businesses, and as you can see, you know, we're in the middle of the Broad Street Corridor project. We're renovating downtown Hazleton. Where the Chamber building is, on that side of the block, you know, we're seeing businesses, we're seeing growth, we're seeing rental space being utilized in the Markle building. Now on the other side of the street, as you see, the Greco property is down. We're looking to, you know, renovate this side, and I feel that's where POWER is right now. You know, we're a group that we're looking to rebuild and resurface and get back on our feet. So we're looking to the community, young professionals, meaning any age right now, as far as 50 and below, and we just want you to come out to the mixer and have a good time.
And remind us one more time when that mixer is taking place.
The mixer is taking place next Thursday, June 7th, 5:30 to 7:30 at Sand Springs. We have all kind of drink specials. We're giving away golf sets and anything else you want to add, Erin?
For more information, you can check us out on Facebook. We're Hazleton POWER. We're also on Twitter. The email for POWER is power.hazleton@gmail.com. Also, if you'd like to become a member, you could check out our website, nepapower.com, as well as stopping by Tara Toohill's office at 1 West Broad Street, where our membership committee is there, and she's accepting applications there as well.
Okay, well, perfect, and thank you so much, and of course, good luck with POWER and your mixer coming up. So, reporting for News 13, I'm Jasmine Brooks in downtown Hazleton.
And again, that mixer is coming up June 7th at Sand Springs from 5:30 to 7:30. Free appetizers, drink specials, and a chance to win free golf passes will be part of the fun. Of course, there's no obligation to join, just a chance to learn more about POWER. The group will also be announcing their first community project that night. Don't forget to friend them at Hazleton POWER on Facebook. Well, it's no question that law enforcement officials have some trouble keeping track of violent offenders who flee the state after they committed a crime. Now, these criminals often move to a state nearby only to continue causing havoc and breaking the law elsewhere. Governor Tom Corbett is hard at work doing his best to keep our communities safe as he works with officials from neighboring jurisdictions. Pennsylvania is teaming up with neighboring states, including New Jersey, Delaware, Maryland, and West Virginia, just to name a few. They're teaming up to share information about violent or potentially violent offenders who move or travel from one state to another. The new cross-border partnership will enable law enforcement, parole, and probation officials from participating states to exchange information with each other on arrests using innovative technology with timely and accurate information about dangerous offenders. For more information about the program, you can visit pccd.state.pa.us. Protecting Pennsylvania's young athletes. Today, Governor Tom Corbett signed a new law which sets guidelines for protecting student athletes from sudden cardiac arrest. SCA happens when the heart stops beating suddenly and unexpectedly. It is the #1 killer of student athletes, claiming up to 7,000 young lives each year nationwide. The governor said, quote, "Being sidelined for a game is better than being lost forever." Corbett went on to say, "This is a law of prevention, born out of a painful loss and a spirit of generosity from these families who have seen beyond their own sorrow and found hope for others." The new law ensures that coaches, trainers, student athletes, and parents are educated on the symptoms of SCA before participating in athletics. We talked with Hazleton Area School District's Athletic Director, Fred Barletta.
Had some problems going back over the last several years, decade or so, about concerns about this. Kids that are trying out for these teams and are having cardiac problems. This is going to be an education course for all of the coaches and all the school districts, requiring them to be educated and aware of this. We require our coaches to have CPR training. We require them now with this concussion management. There are basically two ways that it's been run, and that is either bring someone in and have one general session, or there are some organizations that offer this online, and you could take an online course, and then you're certified, your test is scored, and you do it that way. So I would imagine one of those two ways. From the athletic director's standpoint, it's just going to be get another drawer in the filing cabinet and making sure it's just another requirement. Between the clearances and these medical ones, we're now up to 6 different separate requirements for each coach. In the Hazleton Area School District, we have over 200 coaches. So, you do the math, it's a lot of paperwork.
Warning signs of SCA can include fainting, shortness of breath, chest pains, dizziness, and a racing heart. Children who show the symptoms of SCA will also be properly screened by a medical professional before being allowed to return to sports. The law takes effect in 60 days. Coming up on News 13, we get serenaded by musical students at Holy Family Academy in the final edition of Family Time for this school year. You won't want to miss that, but first, Freddie B. He's back again with sports. He talks results in a big rematch for the Lady Cougar softball and Scranton Yankees news. A whole lot more. Stay with us.
For this week's Family Time, I'm here at the Holy Family Academy for the last Family Time segment where they're actually having their spring concert and they're really excited. I'm here with some 8th grade students as well as the general band teacher, Mrs. Jordan. So she's going to tell us a little bit about what's going on here today with the ensemble.
Today in our spring concert, we have a chorus singing, we have instrumentalists, violin, viola, cello, and bass, and we also have some flutophones performing.
Lots of things going on. Tell me, how many students are involved or who all takes a part in this?
Well, we have students performing from 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th grade.
So everyone gets involved. Cool. And you're an 8th grade student and it's your last concert. Tell me what's going through your mind.
I'm just sad that it's our last year and it's over, but I'm happy that I get to do it with like the 8th grade class and that we sing a song all together for it.
And how long have you been in the band?
Since 4th grade.
4th grade, a while now. So it's also your last one. So are you nervous today?
Not really, because like Sarah said, we've been doing it since 4th grade, so we kind of got used to it. So it gets easier as you do it every year.
And so what do you play?
Actually, I'm in the chorus, so I just sing.
So what are you going to miss about, being in the concert?
I'm just gonna miss that we get to do it like all together as our 8th grade class. It's gonna be sad because it's our last year together.
And are you going to miss these girls, Mrs. Jordan?
Absolutely. This is a great group of kids.
And is the band also going to be playing at the graduation ceremony?
No, I don't believe so.
All right, well, good luck in your performance here today, ladies, and best of luck in your future at the high school, whichever one you choose. For this week's Family Time, I'm Erica Aponte, and I'll send it back to you in the studio.
All right, Erica, thanks so much. We will see all of our friends at HFA again next school year. Moving on tonight, the extreme humidity is going to be leaving the area, making room for some cooler temps. Yesterday's rain may not have been so pleasant, but the aftermath was a whole other story. Check out this rainbow caught on camera by News 13's Andy Minnick. The beautiful rainbow was hanging out in Hazel Township right over McDonald's. I wonder if Minnick found the pot of gold. I'll have to ask him. Now to tonight's creative condition sent to us by Lexi Rentz, a 6th grader from Holy Family Academy. Sunny with a chance of rain is Lexi's forecast. Let's check and see if she is right. Here is your 4-day outlook starting off with tonight. Slight chance of some showers with partly cloudy skies and a low down to 53 degrees. Here's your 4-day. Thursday, it's going to be mild 69, sunny skies Friday and Saturday. Unfortunately, it's looking like some rain clouds move into Greater Hazleton, and we see the temp on Friday, 65, 65 again for your Saturday. Sunday, sun returns, nice day, 69 will be our high, and we only go down to a low of 51 on Sunday evening. Your forecast tonight brought to you by the Lazy Dog Salon, Dog and Cat Grooming, North Broad Street, West Hazleton, 459-0310. Valley High Drive-In right down the street from the Lazy Dog on 93 in West Hazleton. Stop by for ice cream, food, and so much more. Valley High Drive-In's the place to go on these hot spring, almost summer days. All right, that'll do it for us tonight. Thank you so much for making us a part of your day. You can catch this newscast again with a rebroadcast throughout tonight, or simply go to News 13's website, ssptv.com. That's where you're going to find everything Greater Hazleton and beyond. It's all just a click away. On behalf of all of us here at News 13, be safe. We'll see you back here Thursday. Good night.